Curling in the small town part of Manitoba is really big in the winter. It's something for the community to do, and it really brings the community together. We can hold annual events like our bonspiels and our weekly nights. It's really something to do for everyone in the community. You can do it from any age.
You can win a pair of tickets for the 2023 Tim Hortons Brier in London or the 2023 BKT Tires and OK Tire Men's Worlds in Ottawa, plus $500. Or maybe equip your team with a set of 4 of Asham's new Ultra Force brushes. And at the same time, support the Manitoba Curling Hall of Fame and Museum and Curl Manitoba's Curling for Life Endowment Fund. Raffle tickets are available now. 1 for $5, 4 for $10, 10 for $20. Buy online at fundingchange.ca/curlmanitoba or scan the QR code on your screen right now. Welcome back to the Portage La Prairie Curling Club. We're in the upstairs lounge at Tavern United in the Canada Inn Centre here in Portage La Prairie. A B-side game in the TELUS Junior Women's Championship, a game between Cheyenne EHNES, curling out of the Pembina Curling Club, and Morgan Maguet from East St. Paul. Last rock draw to the button for Hammer. Kylie Lippens, the fourth thrower for the Maguet team, threw the rock for them. She drew to the back of the 4-foot circle, pretty much perfectly cutting the center line behind the button. The EHNES team short of the rings on their draw, so last rock will be thrown by the yellow team, the Maguet team from East St. Paul. This is the last of the 4 lead stones. First 2 are behind the rings. A draw to the rings by Quinn Allen, throwing first for the Pembina team, removed by Danica Metcalf. Another draw, or another rock in the rings by Quinn Allen, removed again by Danica Metcalf. So we're down to second stones. Anna Thiessen throws second today. A 5-person team: Autumn Good, Quinn Allen, Anna Thiessen, the 3 front enders. And today's lineup has Quinn Allen playing lead, Anna Thiessen playing second for the EHNES team.
9-6. She was a bit tight, but it was
Lauren Evison. First rock hit, flared a little bit wide, needs to cut to make contact, but will slide by. First advantage now to the blue team, the Pembina team, skipped by Cheyenne EHNES. With yellow having last rock, the blue team will play to split the rings. Early in the end, but the possibility develops to force a single on this first end.
looks good. The line's not down too bad. I think it's good. Okay, top 4. If you can go, it's got a curl, but yeah. I got 13-8.
Sweepers walk alongside, suggesting that rock will slide deep, perhaps through. And it remains in play. You can't see it on that camera shot, but just biting the backside of the ring, or perhaps out and just touching the back line. We'll see that a little later. Lauren Evison has the opportunity to play the same shot again. This time the possibility for a double kill exists. She gets the outside of that rock. She's going to get the right angle, pushes it back, and clearly now has removed that rock. Still alive, but behind the rings and not counting. Nice recovery shot for Lauren Evison. Missed her first hit, made up for it with a double kill on her second. Dana Lee throws third stones for the EHNES team.
Keep going, you might get it in. Keep going, keep going. Yeah, try and get it biting. Keep going, all the way, all the way, all the way. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I got like 15.
Comes to rest 2-3 feet in front of the rings. Kylie Lippens now at the tee. Morgan Maguet throwing the third stones. And they show their willingness to mix it up right away. That guard foot off center or so, not quite, and they're going to try to go behind it. This Maguet team played together a year ago in juniors at the 2022 Junior Championship. They went undefeated, 5 wins, no losses in their round robin series. They won the Page 1-1 game to get all the way to the final, but they did lose the final game. Their overall record a year ago in this championship event was 6 wins, 1 loss. But as with this year, last year's Manitoba Championship afforded the opportunity for 2 teams to go to the national championship. So the Maguet team did in fact go to the nationals. They have that experience behind them, as well as the experience of having a very, very fine record a year ago in this same competition. And the Manitoba Junior Curling Tour season this year, they ended the season ranked number 5. They did win 1 event during the season. This is Skip Morgan Maguet with her second shot of this end. Playing the takeout. She'll hit and roll back to the side. But does roll out of play. And now we'll see Skip Cheyenne EHNES throw her first stone. And she'll play as tight as she can to that center guard, that guard being a foot, 2 feet in front of the rings. She can just squeeze past it to the top of the forefoot. That would be the objective. Draw weight has been pretty consistent through the 2 days of competition that we've seen so far. Just to give you a specific number on the draw to the button by Kylie Lippens, the draw that earned them last rock in this opening end, the draw was to the back of the forefoot, so it was behind the button, so a little deeper than you would want it, and it was hog line to stop at that position in 24.75, 24 3/4. Fair to say 25, even 25 1/4, 25 1/2 would have been the draw to the button. Tucked a little bit behind the corner guard, but pretty much wide open for Kylie Lippens. throw the in-turn hit at it. Maybe just a little bit wide, sweeping to try to get it to curl over to get a tiny bit of contact. She does make contact. Will it slide out of the rings? Yes, it does. And out of play. Bump that foam sideboard. Yellowstones have last in this first end of the game. Cheyenne EHNES with her last rock. Another draw attempt, hoping to get behind that guard a little deeper into the forefoot this time. And as she approaches the ring, she does curl to the center line and across it. A little bit deep. Fully to the 12-foot circle, but completely buried. Just nothing there for the MAGUET team to play with. The Lippens will play a draw. Lippens rock curling to the center line as it comes to the front of the rings, but maybe just a little bit heavy. It's going to rub on the blue, but roll around it, and it is a steal of one. Blue, the Cheyenne EHNES team from the Pembina Curling Club, opens the scoring with a steal of one on the first end. We'll be back in the Portage La Prairie Curling Club after this break.
Today's sponsor, Sunrise Credit Union. Building a brighter future together.
Eat.
Meet.
Stay.
Canad-Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad-Inn's. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
Where can you find handmade pizza, classic burgers, scrumptious salads, the finest Manitoba-sourced fried chicken, and so much more? Chicken Chef, bring your appetite. We'll take care of the rest.
Back in the Portage Curling Club, second end in a B-side game, a B event. The winners and losers of this game still will require 2 wins after this game in order to qualify for the playoff round. Difference, of course, obviously being that the winner stays in the B event, has 2 lives. The loser drops to the C event and therefore must win here out. So, but other than that, still 2 games, 2 wins ahead of either one of these teams after the conclusion of this game. So EHNES team with a long guard, probably a little longer than they might have wanted on this second end, but still a guard that's in play, and Danica Metcalf heavy on her draw. So Quinn Allen is asked to follow the guard, the same path, the in-turn draw, try to get around that, past that guard and to the full 8-foot, top of the 4-foot kind of area. 5 junior women's games on the ice here in the Portage Curling Club on this draw. The junior men's draw will be played this evening and will wrap up tomorrow morning as they wrap up their 5-team, 4-game round robin, 2 pools. The junior women's event is a triple knockout, an 11-team field, really awkward number to work with in terms of a pools format, which is probably desirable at this level, give the teams more games, more experience, perhaps a fairer test of overall team quality. But in fact, an 11-team pool setup, just a really awkward one. So it is a triple knockout competition. We do have the first of the qualifier games on the ice at this moment in time. It is a game between Zoe Tarek and Katie Lukowicz, the top 2 seeds in the competition. So appropriately, you would think they would advance to the first A qualifier. And that should be a really interesting game. We'll keep an eye on it as we go along. And I can tell you, first blood to the Lukowicz team, but only a single. So Lukowicz leads Tarek 1-0 after the first end. Second, Hannah Thiessen for the EHNES team. She's asked to play a hit on the yellow stone. The yellow draw didn't bury quite well enough. A little bit of an inside roll, not much. Bites the 4-foot circle. And Maguet will ask her second, Lauren Everson, to remove it. Just a little bit of sweeping as it comes to the hog line. That will make contact and roll over to the wings. EHNES will look at the out-turn hit. There's been a fair bit of play on this sheet of ice. Obviously, every draw there's been a game. In our game yesterday, not so much this morning, but in our game yesterday, we saw this spot on the ice tended not to curl up quite as much as either of the skips were expecting. This one does, however. We get the hit and the roll, but not as far as hoped. Leaves it wide open, biting the 4-foot circle, and the opportunity for the Maguet team to play out turn, hit the center line side of this rock and roll to the center line behind 2 guards. Quick call on the sweep suggests it may have been a little bit inside, or perhaps turned a little bit. It's just going to come past that guard, just rubs it, slides through the back of the rings.
Even if you're short, isn't bad. Like, even if we're high and we guard that, yeah, like, our misses be high, so.
I mentioned that the Maguet team was 6-1 a year ago at the TELUS Juniors. The EHNES team had a round robin record of 3 wins, 2 losses, although mostly a different team. And the 3-2 was not quite good enough to make it into the playoffs. The EHNES team this year on the Manitoba Junior Curling Tour ranked number 3 at the end of the season, and did lose 1 championship final game.
No, just.
Attempted draw to the top of the 4-foot, perhaps even to bite the button. Didn't curl very much until it started to die. It did dig in at that point, but comes to rest on the top of the 8-foot. Presents the possibility of a double. There's room to come past the high center guard and get enough of a curl to get to the nose of the blue stone on the 8-foot. If they get to the nose, they're probably going to make contact with the one in the 4-foot as it passes it by. It's a question of angle. Don't want to get too much past the center of the blue rock that they're targeting. Nose hit on it. Probably works. Out turn hit from the tuck slider. A little wide, or perhaps just a little too heavy for that shot. Makes contact and rolls away. Leaves EHNES the opportunity to make the draw better. Well, she liked the position of that, so this time it is the call. Put it top of the 8-foot. If the MAGUET team wants to play a hit on it, they'll put it back and give them the same opportunity. As they come to the hog line, clearly this rock is going to draw out short. Halfway, just a little more than halfway to the rings, we have 3 blue stones up the center line. 1 blue stone belonging to the EHNES team in the edge of the 4-foot. Morgan MAGUET with her 2nd stone of this end, looking at out turn hit. This time talking about a bumper weight hit rather than the bigger weight. Hoping to get a little bit of curl, get to the inside of the rock and roll behind the 3 blue guards biting the button. But once again that rock rides out. It will slide past, in fact bump it over fully on the button, almost covering the pinhole.
If I am lighter, it's fine, but yeah. Okay, I'll try and get around there. I mean, if we're gonna get mostly buried, we can be top 4, but we're gonna kind of be hanging out maybe a little. We can leave it higher. And lighter is better. I'd like to be in the rings, but lighter is still better. Okay, line's good.
First stone of the end for Cheyenne EHNES. Once again, a little underthrown, and with that lack of weight, it curls a fair bit more than expected or wanted.
On the light side.
But the EHNES rock is very well protected by 4 blue rocks up the center line. MAGUET looking at whether or not any of them can be hit to remove some rocks and make the last shot somewhat easier.
They're going to draw 1 more, and that's not great. Well, but we don't have any. We can either straight draw now, just try and sit right on top, or you try this, like.
I think we try this way, and if I peel,
get across the face, these at least both go. That might catch that. I don't know. Might be close. Probably not. But if you just pick that, she's drawing again. We can't do that.
Taking a very timely time out to talk with Coach Jonathan Friesen is actually coach of the EHNES team. Ken Rutter, coach of
I
the
think we just have to open.
MAGUET team.
Yeah. No. I
I
think we
don't
just
know.
have to open something.
MAGUET feeling like there's a need to
We just
open
have to
things
hit
up.
something.
Just
Yeah.
have to hit something, she says. The risk, of course, is that if you
Yeah.
play the two
you put it
blues
there.
on the left-hand side of the shot as we look at it, the very real possibility of the second one of them bouncing into the rings off the one near the top. If you go
Draw
the
right
other
to the
side,
pin.
it opens up the opportunity for
If you're a little
blues to
heavy,
make
we
a
might be
better
able to
draw.
tap it back a bit, but
So this call now is the draw. It would be a clear indication of a willingness to give up a steal of one rather than risk this turning into an even bigger end.
all you.
Kylie Lippens throws final stones for the yellow team, the MAGUET team from East St. Paul.
Hard. Line's okay. Gotta move
Going
a
to be
bit.
well past the guard.
Where are you? Go then.
Starts to cut in now
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, okay.
and bites the top of the forefoot.
Sorry.
Or just block it, or
Well, it's that or try to draw
it's
in
kind
there.
of risky.
Probably just be short.
Yeah.
I think.
Do you like that? Just take a little more ice, save weight.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise we got to get to the inside of it.
Like you could even be like up here,
yeah,
and then they can't run it at ours.
it's still
but-
pretty thin for them to do
Yeah.
anything with it, but
So
yeah, like middle of 12.
middle.
You can see from that longer camera shot that the yellow does
Gotta hit it pretty
poke out a
thin
little
to
bit,
make
so there's
it,
the
but
possibility of an angle tap on it to the rock on the button. Cheyenne Enos in the hack to throw her last rock. And, she's looking for a guard. She wants to cover the draw tap. Content to put a second point, a steal point, on the scoreboard in the second end.
Line's good. A little more. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, you can go a bit. Yeah. Yeah, to bring it over. Yeah, keep going. As far as it will go. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. That's good. That's good.
And she has thrown the guard that she wanted.
I don't really want to play that
There is-
because if you're ever
there
wide, you're
is
jamming
nothing
that. I don't want to play that.
For yellow to do on the left-hand side of center.
The only thing we could try is this wide draw this way. That's the only shot. It's not much risk. I don't think you're ever going to do anything worse. I'll give you minimum. You'll have to play like back four. Yeah, just to tap it a little bit. So I'll give you less.
So facing one, a steal point for the EHNES team. Kylie Lippens with her last rock will be throwing a
Whoa, we're out.
draw, hoping to curl past
Yep,
that blue
yep,
guard
yep.
just outside the rings.
Whoa.
Tight to that rock, she
Yeah,
might be
line.
able to contact the blue stone on the
Yes,
button.
line. Hard line. Hard line.
But will over curl and rub the guard, so it is a steal of one, a second point. Score
That was not really
2-0 for the Cheyenne EHNES team over Morgan Maggie and her team at the conclusion of the second end. We'll be back with the third end momentarily. Today's sponsor, PharmaSave. Canada's community pharmacy is proud to support Canada's community game.
Asham Curling Supply.
Superior fit, comfort, and performance. Asham curling shoes are the best we've ever used.
Hi folks, I'm Arnold Asham, and our product is always satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
Asham Curling Supplies.
That's your best delivery of the day.
You can win a pair of tickets for the 2023 Tim Hortons Brier in London or the 2023 BKT Tires and OK Tire Men's Worlds in Ottawa, plus $500. Or maybe equip your team with a set of 4 of Asham's new Ultra Force brushes. And at the same time, support the Manitoba Curling Hall of Fame and Museum and Curl Manitoba's Curling for Life Endowment Fund. Raffle tickets are available now. 1 for $5, 4 for $10, 10 for $20. Buy online at fundingchange.ca/Curl Manitoba or scan the QR code on your screen right now.
Just go for tight if you really have to go. Even if we're just biting. Yeah, just tight is good. Okay, that's fine. We didn't actually start our time after the...
Back in the Portage Curling Club, TELUS Junior Women's Curl Manitoba Junior Women's Championship game, a B-side game between Cheyenne EHNES of Pembina, Morgan Maguet of East St. Paul. One of 5 junior women's games on the ice here at Portage this afternoon. First 2 ends, single points for Cheyenne EHNES. Kylie Lippen's 4th thrower for the Maguet team, just heavy on the first end. It slid a few inches past a well-buried guard, give up the steal of 1, and then on the second end, an EHNES rock covering the pinhole behind 4 guards. By the time last rock came, really nothing to happen. An attempted draw past a guard might have been able to tap a rock off the button, but did rub the guard. So a pair of steals for the EHNES team as they lead 2-0 after 2 ends. First rock thrown by Quinn Adams, just short of the rings on the center line. She'd hoped to be tighter to the rings, but a good center guard. Corner guard tight to the rings, thrown by, in fact, it was an attempt to go behind, it came short. And then Quinn Adams' second stone picked. Made it halfway down the ice, so we've now got Danica Metcalf, lead stones for the Morgan Maguet team. She'll play a tap.
Whoa. Back 4. No. Bring it around. No. We're nowhere near it. Just no.
The draw, the tap, neither's going to work out. A little bit heavy.
All right.
Slides through. So it's Hannah Thiessen's turn. Left-hander will throw her out turn. Call being a draw past the center line guard to the button, top of the forefoot area.
There is a chunk of like yellow fuzz under Quinn's. Oh wow. Yeah,
And that one runs deep.
You want to try this tap again, or do you want it a straight rock? I like the tap too. On it. Try that. It's back 4. Should move with back 4. You're heavy left.
Lauren Eveson's turn this time to try the tap. She will get just a little across the nose of it. Pushes it deep into the rings. In fact, it does slide through.
I think it's still on the line.
And they have to look at it to see if it's touching that back line or not. Conclusion seems to be that it is still in play. Could come into play at some point as a backing stone. So a second opportunity at the draw for Hannah Thiessen.
Line's not too bad. You got lots of room just for weight. Starting to curl nice. Starting to curl. Hard, keep going, it's curling really nice. Hard, keep going, all the way, keep going as far as it'll go. Ah, the line was coming really nice.
Great line. Just a few feet short of an exceptional shot, but it is short of the rings, and the MAGUET team now, Lauren Evison with her second stone. We'll play the draw. If this one does over curl, they can play the tap on their own stone. The sweep call now is specifically to play the tap. They do get to it with a nice angle to push it in behind the two blue guards, right on the center line in the 8-foot.
Yeah. Do you want to play the one?
Sitting right there.
Yeah? Pick the one.
Like, just normal?
Like,
Okay,
solid normal.
Third Dana Lee for the EHNES team. They'll try a run back on the center line rock. If they get the perfect angle on it, they will be able to remove the yellow stone, the shot rock that was just promoted there. Get to the nose of it, they'll remove both guards. A little bit wide, they'll get the other angle run. They're very close, as you heard her say. She does make that angle hit. Rolls wide open over on the side.
Or do you want to ignore that for now and just bury one first?
We just have to make sure we're shot in.
Yeah. I don't mind a hit and roll right now.
I like a 10-5-11 because...
Yeah, well... That looks like a lot.
Okay, but you're throwing like a 10-5-11.
Hey, it looks like a lot.
Playing a lightweight in-turn hit. Morgan Maggie with the hit.
Yep. Yep.
Hard right up.
Yep. Right up.
Hard.
Hard.
She's going to curl at least to the nose of it. She won't get the inside roll she's looking for, but does hit and stay.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking this way.
Dana Lee will play the other turn, the out turn hit down this same spot. We haven't seen this hit very often, certainly not in this game, but not very often in the other games we've seen on this sheet either. So learning a little bit here. She is going to get almost to the nose of it, but will roll away that little bit.
Good.
Off the rings, allowing...
Do you want a wide draw or do you want to... Yeah.
a draw for
Kind of wide, but...
Morgan Maggie with her second.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
You like this
Either
ice?
that or you go like this way through the middle, but...
Maggie the skip. Kylie Lippens is the third and throws the fourth stones.
That middle is open.
Out-turn draw attempt to get behind the yellow stone. Again, if it overcurls, the tap is available.
Hard. Hard line. Hard.
Now sweeping for the tap.
Okay. Spin it. Spin it.
Didn't get enough of it to push it in. Didn't get enough of a roll to be in.
I don't know, some of those have been moving a bit, so it's probably okay.
Nothing in the rings as Cheyenne EHNES comes to throw her first stone. The Yellowstones, MAGUET team, does have last rock this end.
Yeah, top 4. This could be a bit too much ice, but I don't want to like tap it or wreck on it, so if we get like a little bit buried, that'll be good.
Little bit tight. You've got room. You got room. Just for weight. Okay.
Top 4.
It's not.
Well, this EHNES stone has considerably more rotation on it than most of the rocks we've seen so far, so that would keep it running straighter down that line. But it does come to rest fully in the 8-foot circle and just a little bit tucked behind the yellow. It's about...
You have 3/4? Yeah, we can try bump. You can roll it to there, that's not bad.
As you heard Morgan MAGUET say, you can see about 3/4 of it. They're going to play a bump, try to roll over to the corner behind the corner guard.
I think it'd be pretty tight to roll under, but probably try that. Bump. Okay.
Kylie Lippen's first stone of the end.
Yes. Yep. Hard, hard, hard.
Just playing a little hit and roll. But over curls now to the rock on the center line, hoping to get to the nose of it, push it straight back, but doesn't quite. Pushes it through the rings, rolls back a little bit to mostly cover the EHNES team, our team stone that was thrown into the 8-foot circle previously.
Their hole or their path here, and they're going to have to try and come in around, but it is kind of high for.
I think good try and just come and tap it up a bit, like, or even if I freeze to
4?
it. Yeah. Like I'll be just like T-line back 4 at the most.
Okay.
Like middle.
Okay.
I'll try and just be a little more or even similar, and then they can sweep a bit.
Okay. I don't know.
It's pretty much buried. I think try and go around.
Like coming this way, because like if you leave her something, she can.
Yeah.
I like
no,
this.
Let's go that way. Sorry? Yeah. I was thinking to come this way and tap it, but it's pretty much buried. I thought there would be a bit more showing.
So as you heard Cheyenne EHNES say, once she could see that shot from this end, from center ice, she realized that there was probably no good result from a draw on that outside. She either rubs the yellow one off or leaves a hit of some kind, so she's gone to the other side where she'll throw a draw. She can draw past the guards. If she curls up a little bit, she gets the double tap to put a second one into the top of the 12-foot. As with the previous, considerable more rotation than most of the ladies have been throwing in this game. She does rub. No, she did rub just a little bit of it. It's going to slide back to the back of the 12-foot. It is a biter.
You guys said it was heavy. I'm like, well, let it hit.
Now the MAGUET team faces a problem. They have given up 2 steals already in the first 2 ends
What?
and face a pair.
Do I like the run? Not really. I don't. But if you like it, you could try it. Personally, I think it's easier to draw to the 8-foot than do a run back.
I think this is easier than this.
You like the run.
I like that more than this.
If you like the run, then we can play that. It's just a 10, it's just off nose. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about.
So there's a clear indication of 2 different points of view. The skip, Morgan Maguet, clearly favors the in-turn draw, the wide draw following Cheyenne EHNES. Throw draw past the guards to the tee line. You've got the backing if you happen to be a little bit heavy, but good chance to make that draw. Where Kylie Lippens very clearly favors the run back hit.
Hope not. It's just, yeah, you can't throw it this
Coach
way 'cause we're
Ken Rutter and
yeah.
skip Morgan Maguet, some consultation there.
Yes.
You know, if you happen to throw it through, like if we're playing the side we know. And if you happen to throw it through while you're playing this side we don't know.
Okay, so try the left side.
Time.
It sort of gives you,
Where would you put the broom then? Middle 12?
Time.
yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just draw to here. You just need 8-foot.
So they've elected to play the out-turn draw. The draw line that they've played more this end, both teams have played this draw line. This is a little wider than has been played. That rock needs to come to rest. Full 8-foot, close to biting the 4-foot.
We're past our yellows. Just gotta sit. Your line's perfect. No.
Hoped for a rub, but won't get it. Yellowstone will slide deep through the rings. Steal of 2. So the EHNES team goes ahead by a score of now 4-zip after 3 completed ends. Steal of 1, steal of 1, steal of 2, 4-0 after 3. We'll be back from the Portage La Prairie Curling Club in a moment.
Today's sponsor, Sunrise Credit Union. Building a brighter future together.
At McMunn & Yates, we've always believed that good neighbors make for better communities. McMunn & Yates has everything you need for your next project, right at your fingertips. And McMunnandYates.com will always be there, ready to help.
When life gets busy, getting everything done can be tough. With PharmaSafe's mobile prescription service, order your prescriptions right from your phone so they're ready when you are. Download the PharmaSafe app today.
Live well with PharmaSafe.
Well, you see the scoreboard. We're here in the Portage La Prairie Curling Club. 3-0 for Cheyenne EHNES over Morgan Maguet as we play the 4th end. EHNES is yet to throw last rock in this game. They lost the pregame draw to the button for Hammer. Kylie Lippens had drawn full to the 4-foot, but on the first end was a little bit deep with a draw, gave up a steal of 1. Second end attempted a very difficult draw to the edge of the button around a guard that if she had passed the guard, she still had to move a rock off the button by a few inches. Just rubbed the guard, gave up another steal of 1, and now here on the third end, needing to draw the 8-foot. Slid through the rings to give up a steal of 2. So it's 4-0 in our feature game, a B-side game in the TELUS Junior Championship. EHNES with the 4-point lead throws the first rock into the 4-foot circle. Maguet asked her lead. Danica Metcalf to play a guard and just gets that little bite on the corner of the 12-foot circle. Earlier I mentioned that the feature game on this draw is probably the game over on sheet D, the A-side qualifier game. The first of the four playoff teams will be determined in that game. It features Katie Lukowicz, the Granite, playing Zoe Tarek, the Heather Curling Club, and the situation over there right now after trades of one in the first two ends. The Tarek team has stolen a pair on the third end, so Tarek leads playing the fourth by a score of 3-1.
Yeah, let's just leave it.
EHNES decides to leave that yellow biter over on the top corner of the rings in favor of throwing another guard or another rock into the center line in the rings, but effectively guarding the rock in the back four if it doesn't curl up quite enough. And Danica Metcalf is asked to use her first biter as a guard. She must draw to the 8-foot to the tee line in behind that corner biter.
No, you look heavy, you're running straight. Where, if you're heavy, bring it here. Bring it here. Bring it here.
It's not there.
Bring it here. Please bring it here.
It's not there.
You look like you're there. You're there. Okay.
I'd hit and like roll.
Let's try and play off this one.
Either one
Even
of them.
if you come up and do that, that's fine.
Yeah.
So the two yellow rocks side by side over the 12-foot circle, and Cheyenne EHNES will ask her second Lauren Everson to play a hit. She wants to hit the second shot rock and roll to the center line, but if it overcurls a bit and takes the biter off, so be it.
We've got enough, but I don't think we'll stick.
And she was right in that assessment. She did hit it,
but also probably a little solid.
she did not stick unless it spins back. Does not.
We'll just feel it. Either we draw here or we make a play at this.
But you don't want to group them together.
I don't mind a straight draw, but you have to be there. If not, then we're playing that. I don't mind getting one under first. We get hit on the next one.
Okay, you got it. You got it, like you can.
So the attempt is to get to the tee line, partly covered by that yellow biter. The risk that having thrown the previous one just a little bit light, this one might be overthrown.
Kylie's rock all day. Kylie, you can bring it back if you want, but as long as you're not through, go. We're not through. Okay, then go. Hard. She just slid a bit out. Good weight, Lauren.
I mean, even if you roll, I don't know, nose isn't bad. Normal. Did she give you less? Okay, so just throw the thing.
Second stone of the end
So
for
it's
Lauren
normal.
Everson.
It's a little less.
Cheyenne EHNES has said a little roll is not terrible, but in fact, nose hit is probably preferred. A little bit of a roll sitting in behind that guard allows the MAGUET team something to draw to. If it's sitting open like this, they're going to have to hit.
Try and roll in front of it.
You don't even need to roll right now.
Just a 10. Just a 10.
I like even like 10-5. Even an 11. Okay, you got it.
Whoa. Little soft. Clean.
MAGUET team looking for a hit and roll to the center line.
Hard. Hard, you got it.
Right up. Really gotta go.
Did get the information that it was a little bit soft.
Any roll the other way. Any roll.
Okay.
throw.
Nose hit.
Thank you. I'm glad you have faith in me by now.
I don't know. Even nose still isn't too bad, or if you roll farther.
Dana Lee with an in-turn hit. Quick sweep call. Suggests it may have been turned a little bit inside. She's just going to get past that guard, hit a little bit of a roll behind.
Come here, or we can come here. We could probably draw one, but yeah, because I don't think you're ever going to get that one to count unless we double that and wide hit that. So probably just draw one, get something into play. Maybe a little less. A little less. They stay.
So an acknowledgement there from Skip Morgan Maggie that yellow biter is now unlikely to be brought into play, with 3 blue stones all having to be removed from the rings.
Kylie, less, please.
So there's just not any real value in thinking about it as anything except a possible guard at some point. It's not going to be a counter, she says.
Yeah. To it, Frozen isn't bad. Frozen's good. You know, a little less.
So it'll be the out-turn draw. She wants to get to the rock in the back of the 4-foot circle. Frozen to the nose of it if possible.
Yeah then. Line's good. You gotta go. Yeah, line's great, hard. Get it as close as you can.
She's got the right line if she's got the weight.
Line's good.
But once again, just comes
Hard,
up
you got it.
top of the rings.
Sitting top 4. Yeah.
I think we can come around, even if you're a bit shorter is okay.
Second stone of the end for Dana Lee, the third for Cheyenne EHNES.
Little up. Little
up. Well, line's okay.
It's trying to curl.
Well,
A little bit too heavy. That's
we're not quite to it yet.
needing to
Whoa, just
die down, dig in as it dies. Pretty much the shot that Morgan Maggie was hoping for.
Hit what you can see. With what, like bump? No. 10? Little less.
10 at the most. Like, you don't want anything more than a 10 because we can't control anything with a 10. Or anything more than a 10.
I mean, the only other thing you could do is you could hit your yellow 5. Their blue 2's gone, your yellow 5 spins in, your shooter rolls
The
there.
yellow 5's going that way.
It keeps your rocks in play, but if we're tight, we can play that, but
Again, you hear a little difference in philosophy there. Maggie recognizing that playing the hit on the yellow rock would spin 2 yellows into the 12-foot circle, rocks in play, as she said. Would still leave the 2 in the 4-foot needing to be removed, but probably open. However, she'll play past. Needs to stay on the center line, just past the yellow guard, get to the nose of the blue on the button. Going to stay a little bit wide. Make contact with 1. Pushes it more completely buried behind the 2 guards, giving EHNES the opportunity to draw past the guards to the top of the 8-foot circle and completely covered the shot stone.
And yeah, less than what well, mine was close.
Yeah, I gotta be a little less, but yours dug in.
Like we can be biting top 4. We can be biting top 4. Hopefully try and get a little bit buried. Yeah. Maybe just even a touch less.
First of skip stones here on the 4th end, Cheyenne EHNES of the Pembina Curling Club. She'll draw. She wants to get to the top of the 8-foot circle, partially behind that yellow stone that sits at the top of the 12.
Hard.
Sweepers on it.
Hard, you got it. Hard. You got a bit of room, so just for weight.
The line appears to be good. She's not going to get too deep. She's not going to get buried behind, but she's certainly going to cover the center line draw.
Just a little short.
That's gone. This spins. Your shooter should kick that 7 over. I don't know where your shooter goes. Probably stays right there. That's got to move if we ever get to that, though. Unless you're playing this like slash that way, but that could be bad.
What kind of weight?
Like a 9. Like, get it moving. Hit a quarter of it, even half.
He thinks a 9. I think I'm going to throw a 9.
So the MAGUET team has elected to throw an out-turn hit. Coming up the center line, contacting the yellow stone. It'll remove one blue stone, roll the yellow in. I don't think they've
this turn.
figured out exactly what's going to happen with the shooter. Very likely it stays almost exactly where it hits. We'll see. It is Kylie Lippens throwing her out-turn hit.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa! Whoa. No! Whoa.
She does get the blue. Leaves 2 yellow stones center guarding shot rock in the back of the 4-foot circle. Blue stones, the Cheyenne EHNES team lie to. Second shot rock to the left behind the corner biter. Shot stone in the back of the 4-foot, almost fully buried behind the 2 yellow stones up the center line. Open a little bit, but Cheyenne EHNES will try to take that away by drawing past the 2 yellows to the top of the 8-foot circle. She comes a little bit light, the guard is fine.
It was biting. I wasn't sure if it hit or not. We can be like top 8. If I'm gonna get buried, we can be top 8, top 4 in there, but yeah. I gotta be, I think, a little more. I gotta get in between. I didn't see it.
As you heard Cheyenne say, if she's going to get buried, top 8, top 4 is perfect. If she's not going to be buried, she doesn't want to be into the 8-foot. She wants to be in the 12-foot if she's not going to be buried. It's curling nicely towards those 2 yellow ones. Appears to have enough room to get by. But no, a little lighter. But it does come to rest as a good guard on that shot stone.
I thought I had a little more.
Nothing? Then you have a straight draw to here.
Kylie Lippens indicates she can see nothing of the shot stone
Draw this way if you felt
coming
like
around it.
backing, but
She could draw to that shot stone, get to the tee line past the guards, but she will go to the out turn. And it is straight draw, has to be full in the 4-foot. Near the button, doesn't have to be touching the button. And I'm sure someone would point out these are generous large size buttons. So here it comes, last rock draw.
Line's a little tight.
Here on the 4th end.
Yes, line. Yes, line.
Needs to have the weight to get past that rock on the center line. But is not going to make it.
Go, go, go. Keep going, keep going. Spin it off.
And will come up again just that little bit short. 2 blue stones, a steal of 2. 4th consecutive steal now for the Cheyenne EHNES team, and they lead 6-0 over Morgan Maguet and her team from East St. Paul at the end of 4 complete ends. We'll be back with the 5th end momentarily. Today's sponsor, PharmaSave. Canada's community pharmacy is proud to support Canada's community game.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
Asham Curling Supply.
Superior fit, comfort, and performance. Asham curling shoes are the best we've ever used.
Hi folks, I'm Arnold Asham, and our product is always satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
Asham Curling Supplies.
That's your best delivery of the day.
Back in the Portage Curling Club, a B-side game, our feature game at the TELUS Junior Women's Curl Manitoba Championship. The game has been all Cheyenne EHNES's game so far today. 4 consecutive steals, a single in the first, a single in the second, followed by a 2 in the third, and just now a 2 in the 4th end. So the EHNES team from Pembina leads Morgan Maguet from East St. Paul by a score of 6-0, playing here in the 5th end. And as you would expect, with a 6-point lead, the lead, Quinn Allen, is asked to throw her first rock in the rings into the top of the 4-foot circle. Equally, as you would expect, Morgan Maguet needs to have guards, rocks in play, and lots of corner guards, so Danica Metcalf is asked to throw an in-turn corner guard attempt. And it does come to rest 3 or 4 feet in front of the rings, halfway between center line and wall. Quinn Allen will follow with another draw, this one to the top of the 12-foot, just short as a guard.
Try and be to it.
To it is okay,
Line's okay.
Cheyenne EHNES says.
It's gotta curl a bit. Okay, hard to get it by then. Yep. Hard. As far as you can past it. Wow.
Very similar weight, so just a little bit different line, and it does slide. Comes to rest just beside 2 EHNES rocks now. 1 biting 4-foot, 1 nearly biting 4-foot. But there is that 1 corner guard. Danica Metcalf now will make an attempt to get behind it.
You got it like you can. Yeah. 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 Copy. Top 4. Yep. Your line's perfect.
Only for line.
Yes. Curl it. Hard, yeah. You're not heavy, you gotta go. Keep going, go, go, go.
Okay, good.
Nice shot.
It was a nice shot. Draw attempt by Danica Metcalf to the tee line, about half buried, half tucked behind that corner guard.
Try maybe just a draw right now. Like just freeze.
Later in the end, this would be a hit attempt, but for this moment. Hannah Thiessen is asked to throw a draw, a freeze, corner freeze on the yellow stone in the 8-foot circle. Hannah does make that draw, but comes a little bit short, sits in the top of the 12-foot circle and has that rock buried now.
If you crotch him here, you should stay. Like, this is pretty well buried from your point, right? Yeah. Okay, so then let's do that. Where do you want this to go? Double them.
Like they're dead even?
You got it. Like a solid 9-5, get them both gone. You got it.
Solid 9-5 will get them both gone. The question is whether or not her yellow shooter will stay with a little bit of weight. She gets the center line one first. It will roll across the face of the other one and out into the 12-foot. Maybe out of play. All depends whether which one she contacts first and by how much. In fact, gets the second shot rock and is cornered on the shot rock. Perhaps a better result.
I don't want to try anything with this now.
Hitting the one in the center line, as I say, the outward motion on the shooter would have carried it out to the 12-foot, really possibly out of play.
Or we can peel.
I mean, you could peel the corner.
Yeah, I like the peel.
And then just leave it alone for now. Just solid normal.
Okay, so now this is Hannah Thiessen's shot. She's going to be playing to now remove that corner guard. If she does happen to slide by it, contacting her own blue, she'd run it back onto the yellow rock, but that isn't going to happen. She is going to get the corner of the yellow. She's going to hit it and roll to center, cross center.
I wasn't hoping it was going to stop.
That's fine.
Has covered more of the yellow than the blue. The blue stone, the shot rock is half or more open past the guard that just rolled there.
Hit and roll would be the best. It's kind of, it's almost frozen, but it should stay. Like a 10? I think you. If you want an 11, I'll just give you more. That's fine.
I think, yeah, we want.
Lauren Evison. Important shot here because it is the opportunity for the Yellowstones to be lying more than one, but in fact narrow, picked. Hard to know for sure which, but it does come in fact to do almost everything that's not good for the yellow team, the Maggie team, running that blue in and rolling it over to lie. Third shot takes the Yellowstone out of contention for the moment.
I think I like that. Just roll in front of ours, or even if you roll farther over to that one.
Normal. Okay.
Dana Lee. The key now for the EHNES team is frankly not to try to get too cute with what happens. They're in the control position. They've got first and third shot. Get rid of this guard and roll. Result of either being a guard on either of the two stones, it's going to work out okay, but she may not contact the yellow. Just going to rub the yellow.
Over there.
Slides over. Removes
the
yellow rock. Interesting combination of results, but mostly positive for the EHNES team. The MAGUET team still looking at no more than 2 this end. And it's a long way from done that they'll even score that 2.
You throw like a 7 at it. No. I'm probably just going to roll to it. As close to it as you can. If not, we can roll on top of our own yellow. Get rid of it. 10, 9-5. I feel better about a 9-5.
This is Morgan MAGUET. She throw her out turn.
No! No! Yeah. Yeah. Yes! Yes!
That rock's going to curl up and come to pretty much a nose hit, leaving a double kill opportunity for Dana Lee.
Probably just this. Yeah, I like that. I just roll in front of it.
Maybe not double kill, roll, hit and roll in front of it is fine, but if she gets about a quarter of the Yellowstone on the center line, she does get the double kill. If she gets a little more than that, she rolls and sits in front of the one on the edge of the 4-foot.
Oh, I'm sliding out a little far. Stay close. Whoa. Yes, yep. Yeah. Hard.
Slid a little wide and pointed that back. Could be the perfect line of delivery for a double kill in this instance.
Thanks. Hit whatever shot. Try and roll over behind something. Which one shot, Kylie?
So now
1, 2, 3.
the EHNES team lies 2.
Hit 1 and roll over.
The MAGUET team needs to see if they can figure out a way to bring that yellow rock into play facing 2. It'll take at least 2 shots, probably more, to bring that one into play.
Yep. Right up. Hard. Hard for the roll. Hard.
Once again, she's going to curl up and get the nose hit. In fact, rolls away a little bit, leaves blue as shot rock.
Roll in a hair. Yeah, just roll to get like to full 8. Yeah.
Okay. This is like your first hit.
I think so. Okay.
And Cheyenne EHNES will play a in-turn hit.
In, so we're just like
Almost perfectly nose hit, or just a slight inward motion will leave her second shot with no double kill opportunity, because the yellow one in the edge of the 8-foot is a catcher on that second rock.
Okay, we'll slide a bit.
Close.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah. Yes. Hard.
It comes to the near the hog line, it begins to curl in a little bit. It is going to get the inside of that rock.
Keep going, Hannah. Keep
Will roll over. And in fact, almost fully buried, not quite.
It wasn't a good throw.
So about a third of it peeks out. But the blue stones, the Cheyenne EHNES team from Pembina, do lie to.
It lines up not bad, actually, but would you ever hit that, or would you draw?
The thing to look at on the attempted run back is what happens with the one that you promote, and it is going to end up probably on the Yellowstone. So making this shot, there wouldn't appear to be any way to bring the Yellowstone into play with this. So hard to guess whether it makes real logic to play it.
So would you ever try that, like, double, maybe catch the third one back there?
I guess so,
Yeah, probably.
And if we hit our own yellow, at this point in time, that yellow ain't counting anyway.
No.
So,
we don't have a whole lot to lose by playing that.
And freezing to either number 2 or number 1 shot.
From this perspective, it would seem to me the only way to bring the yellow rock into play is by playing the blue rock on the top of the 8-foot. Just play past the guard, tap it through the port, roll a little bit to the center line side. Presents a possibility of bringing that yellow rock into play. There's no other way, certainly no other way that I can see to bring that yellow rock into play.
All right.
So after consultation with Coach Ken Rutter,
Right to it.
the decision is made that it has to be a draw.
If we could freeze it, that'd be pretty good.
Frozen to the rock on the back of the forefoot.
Would have been close. The one that did that weird thing. Okay.
So it is Kylie Lippens. She will throw the draw.
All you.
Near perfect on her first rock draw in the pregame draw to the button
Got him
for Hammer,
but line's okay.
but has struggled with draw since then. A little heavier, a little
right
light.
Off then. Right off if you're back 8.
Consecutive draws.
Not back 8. Sit, sit, sit. Oh, okay.
And once again,
All right.
does set shot rock, but
try.
wide open.
Yeah, normal.
Yeah.
Roll a little ways away is fine. Like just like back full 8.
Yeah.
To the side.
And with her last shot of this fifth end, Shan EHNES
Let's try and roll,
wants to hit
like,
and
to
roll
that
back
side.
across the center. She wouldn't mind being third shot rock, but at the same time, happier to roll out than to leave any kind of backing for Lippens with her last rock shot.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Underway.
Yeah. Hard.
The immediate sweep call suggests a little bit narrow.
Hard. Yes, yes, hard.
A hard sweep. And she does make contact, but a nose hit, leaving pretty good backing for that rock.
You want to just hit? It's like right on the button. You'd have to tap it back a tiny bit.
I just threw the draw.
Draw? Okay, it's got to be a back 4 then. Just a.
So facing 3, Kylie Lippens with backing will throw a draw with her final shot here in the fifth end.
Mine's a little tight.
That draw's underway.
Tight. Really tight. Hard, girls, you got it. Hard. Keep going, you got it. You still have it. Keep going. Right up, right up, right up. Nice shot. Here we go.
And it is made a single shot, a single point for the yellow, and after 5 ends, score 6-1 for Cheyenne EHNES over Morgan Magate. We'll be back after the mid-game break.
Why not? Just watch. Why not? Keep scrolling, I slide. Why not?
As a broadcaster and Hall of Fame football player, I'm constantly in the lab of life. For 15 years, my friends at Knott Auto Corp have been pioneers as well.
Why not?
Introducing Winnipeg Car Lab, custom car wraps, graphics, and auto services. Winnipeg, why not get in the lab?
It means coming together, helping one another, being there, showing support. That's community. Getting together with your chums who you want to curl with.
It's important to volunteer, help out as much as we can.
I love curling.
I love curling.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the Scotties Women's Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Curling in the small town part of Manitoba is really big in the winter. It's something for the community to do, and it really brings the community together. We can hold annual events like our Bonspiels and our weekly nights. It's really something to do for everyone in the community. Can do it from any age.
Eat.
Meet.
Stay.
Canada Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canada Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
Where can you find handmade delicious pizza, classic burgers, scrumptious salads, and the finest Manitoba-sourced pressure-cooked fried chicken? From small towns to big cities, with 38 locations, Chicken Chef is comfort food you can count on. We're your made-in-Manitoba chicken choice, and pizza choice, and salad choice, and so much more. Chicken Chef, bring your appetite. We'll take care of the rest.
Asham Curling Supply.
Superior fit, comfort, and performance. Asham curling shoes are the best we've ever used.
Hi folks, I'm Arnold Asham, and our product is always satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
Asham Curling Supplies.
That's your best delivery of the day.
When life gets busy, getting everything done can be tough. With PharmaSafe's mobile prescription service, order your prescriptions right from your phone so they're ready when you are. Download the PharmaSafe app today.
Live well with PharmaSafe.
At McMunn & Yates, we've always believed that good neighbors make for better communities. McMunn & Yates has everything you need for your next project, right at your fingertips. And McMunnandYates.com will always be there, ready to help.
If you're lying. Yep. We're like a total corner. That's just leave it. Just leave it. Just leave it. Leave it.
Welcome back to the Portage Curling Club, our feature game. TELUS Juniors B-side game. Cheyenne Enos of the Pembina Curling Club leads Morgan Maguet of East St. Paul by a score of 6-1. 4 consecutive steals, a single, 2, and then 2 more. Before Kylie Lippens throwing final stones for the Morgan Maguet team. Drew to the button,
lots of room, but make sure we're in.
facing 3 to score a single point on the 5th end. So the Maguet team now throwing the yellow stones will be going from all out for a steal, I would think, in the 6th end. So there could be a lot of rocks in play by the time we get to the end of this end. The yellow guard attempt wanted to come to the center line, ended up a little off, more as a corner guard. The blue rock now just short of the rings, doesn't appear to be a biter.
Yeah, you could. One more isn't bad. Then we got to get under it.
We'll throw one more guard, as she said, then we have to get under it. 2 factors in this game. One, obviously, score. A 5-point deficit does mean that the Maguet team is going to have to be aggressive in an attempt to steal some points, or if they do get hammer back, they're going to have to be aggressive in attempting to score multiples. The other thing that is a factor in this game is that time could become an issue if they do extend the game to the end. The first 3 stones now of this 6th end have been played, but across the ice, the rest of the games are all down to the last rocks, the skip stones at least. So most of the games a full end, almost a full end ahead of this game. Time could become a factor if they extend it right to the end.
Just a little heavier than back line.
So the guard attempt slides into the back of the 8-foot circle, and Cheyenne EHNES asks her lead, Quinn Allen, to play past her blue guard. If she does contact it, not a significant factor. If she can get past it with just back line weight or a little more to tap it through.
Where are we? Back line.
Comes to the hog line, it is coming to center, but it just very well may make it past that guard, and it in fact does. Makes the contact they want in the back of the 8-foot and leaves that rock almost fully in the 4.
It was a little heavier, but I played her a touch tighter because, I mean, we could have split ours, so it would have been worked out either way.
Try and freeze something, get something in play right now, because got no guard, no center guard. Whoa. Where? Line only. If you're back 8, I can't really. Yeah.
First stone of the end for Lauren Evison. And once again, it's going to slide deep in the rings.
Okay, good try.
Doesn't slide through. Biter in the back of the 12-foot, just off the center line.
Second, but I mean, we can split ours, or we can play this one at the back.
You could play like back line. Maybe the peel, but I think the peel.
So they're looking at.
We don't need to peel that one. It's this one or the split.
Looking at removing that yellow rock. The option, as Cheyenne EHNES said, was to play the little split. Playing this rock in the back of the ring certainly removes it, but it does leave the Mag 18 the opportunity to play the draw to the rock in the back of the 4-foot. However, the rock in the back of the 4-foot, well, I was going to say it's not to be removed by the rub, but it wasn't.
Okay, we gotta try bump.
Looked to me like it was curling up more than it did. They make the contact roll to that center line.
Hey, if you want to sit on it, that's fine, but we need to be frozen. Otherwise, we're gonna blast it out. Yeah. And then they're gonna sit 4. Okay, you got it. Make sure you're here then. We have backing. Back 12.
So Lauren Evison is throwing what needs to be a freeze.
Yeah, she said like it's a corner guard. It's helping us.
You're going to be able to sweep it past that.
Yeah, we could just split.
Biter at the top, near biter. It will bite the 4-foot circle, but it will be second shot.
Yeah, we could run it back.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Hannah Thiessen. Her out turn, the hit. Just wants to come past that center line rock, contact the yellow, push it out on an angle, and she'll do exactly that, rolling over to the corner. Rolling out of play.
That was a little solid. Yeah. It's okay though.
Don't get our draw perfect.
Doesn't
They get
do
three,
us
the game
any
is
good.
over. Yeah, I gave you minimum for to sit on it. But yeah. Yeah. That looks better. Maybe a hair less.
So the Maggie team now needs to get that rock into the back of the forefoot, the freeze on the rock in the back four.
Well, switch. Where? Switch. Curl.
Always,
Boom,
curl
yeah,
always. Curl, we still gotta move.
Curl. Curl.
Curl, hard all the way, hard. Hard all the way.
Gotta move it. Gotta move it.
She's going to make contact, but rolls back.
Even if you roll out here, it's fine. No,
If we're hitting this, roll right out. But yeah, Cheyenne, you don't like feeling the blue?
well, I mean, you can split it.
Now Cheyenne's front end is asking her if she doesn't want to play the shot that she really wanted to play about 3 shots ago.
Just back line.
Back line,
Yeah.
splitting them.
I think what the front end sees is the possibility if they remove this yellow rock from the back of the rings, the Maggie team is going to draw past that rock to the rock in the back of the forefoot.
Yeah, a little bit.
So they want to see the blue rock removed from the center line in order to make whatever shot follows a lot simpler. The weight is just about perfect. If she comes across, she is going to actually get the split. Rolls in to lie. Second shot. And the rock in the back of the forefoot is now wide open.
Around that corner. Yeah, I don't mind trying around. A little less.
The Maggie team some time ago has acknowledged the possibility they're going to give up a 3 or 4 this end. They're working at trying to score that steal that they need to get back into the game. So it is the in-turn draw from Morgan Maggie. She wants to get over behind the 2 corners. She's got the weight she wanted for sure. Just past the tee line, but sits wide open.
Good swap. Oh yeah. I've
Yeah,
got
like all of it?
and some. Yeah. Normal. I'm assuming I will try not to turn it in.
In-turn hit attempt for Dana Lee. Simple outcome desired, just hit and roll back across center. Roll right out of play. The way things are going for them today, she could quite easily make the yellow contact and make the double kill.
Yep.
But no, it's going to curl up more than that. And does roll out of play.
Nice. High five.
The Bluestone, Cheyenne Enos and her team lie 2.
Yeah, like there.
The yellow belonging
Yeah,
to
I'll give her
Morgan.
one less then.
Morgan Maggie is 3rd shot, and then
Tiny bit less.
Enos 4th and 5th.
Thank you.
said this was less than what I gave her last time.
No, a little less.
Okay, well, whatever you gave me last time, I need almost a foot less.
I think maybe even a touch less.
Skip rocks to come in the 6th end here at the Portage Curling Club. In turn draw, another attempt to get in behind those 2 rocks in the corner.
Yeah, then, yeah.
In corner guard, 1 in the top of the 12-foot circle.
Yes, line.
But as it comes to the hog line, it's beginning to curl. It has curled a fair bit more than they hoped. Does get by, but slides deep to lie. Second shot.
Edge a button. Okay. We're just 1, but we'll just draw around there. Like at least half in the 8-foot. And we'll sit 2. Like a good half or so. Like we can be full 8, but at least that, hopefully.
Cheyenne EHNES with her first shot. She heard her describing to her sweeper she wants to be in the top of the 8-foot circle. She wants to be half in the 8, could be full in the 8, but needs to be in the top half of the 8-foot to remove the possibility of a double kill. That's the only way that that yellow rock would come back into play. She wants to be lying second without allowing a possibility of a double kill. This rock now to the tee. Deep enough, however, that there doesn't appear to be a double kill opportunity without removing the yellow rock from the back. So it will be a draw to that stone.
Frozen right on it. It's probably the best.
Kylie Leppin's final stone of the 6th. 1 rock to come.
Curl then, curl.
Looking for a draw, a freeze to the blue stone in the back of the 4-foot.
Yep.
Hard.
Yeah, you're right in the pocket.
Hard.
Move it. Hard, Lauren, hard.
Hard.
Strong sweep to bring it back, push that blue stone back. And Cheyenne EHNES will look at a nose hit to push that yellow stone back through the back of the rings. Port certainly large enough. Just needs to control the weight to get to the nose of the yellow stone. Final shot of the 6th end. Cheyenne EHNES, Pembina Curling Club, throwing the blue stones. A shot for a possible 3 here, leading 6-1. Strong sweep on it, past the guard, past the second one, out through the back. Mark up a 3. And a 9-1 final score. Cheyenne EHNES and her team from the Pembina Curling Club. 4 steals, a single, 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th. Give up 1 in the 5th end and score a 3 here in the 6th for a 9-1 final score as the EHNES team marks up victory. They'll advance in the B event. The MAGUET team will drop into the C event. And continue to have an opportunity to advance. That concludes our game here from the Portage Curling Club. Across the way, the Lukowicz-Tarek game in the 7th end, tied at 4-all. That game will continue on our other YouTube channel. Thanks for being with us. We'll be back with you this evening with a junior men's championship game.
At McMunn & Yates, we've always believed that good neighbors make for better communities. McMunn & Yates has everything you need for your next project, right at your fingertips. And McMunnandYates.com will always be there, ready to help.
You can win a pair of tickets for the 2023 Tim Hortons Brier in London or the 2023 BKT Tires and OK Tire Men's Worlds in Ottawa, plus $500. Or maybe equip your team with a set of 4 of Asham's new Ultra Force brushes. And at the same time, support the Manitoba Curling Hall of Fame and Museum and Curl Manitoba's Curling for Life Endowment Fund. Raffle tickets are available now. 1 for $5, 4 for $10, 10 for $20. Buy online at fundingchange.ca/Curl Manitoba or scan the QR code on your screen right now. Today's sponsor, Sunrise Credit Union. Building a brighter future together.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the Scotties Women's Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Where can you find handmade delicious pizza, classic burgers, scrumptious salads, and the finest Manitoba-sourced pressure-cooked fried chicken? From small towns to big cities, with 38 locations, Chicken Chef is comfort food you can count on. We're your made-in-Manitoba chicken choice, and pizza choice, and salad choice, and so much more. Chicken Chef, bring your appetite. We'll take care of the rest.
You can win a pair of tickets for the 2023 Tim Hortons Brier in London or the 2023 BKT Tires and OK Tire Men's Worlds in Ottawa, plus $500. Or maybe equip your team with a set of 4 of Asham's new Ultra Force brushes. And at the same time, support the Manitoba Curling Hall of Fame and Museum and Curl Manitoba's Curling for Life Endowment Fund. Raffle tickets are available now. 1 for $5, 4 for $10, 10 for $20. Buy online at fundingchange.ca/Curl Manitoba or scan the QR code on your screen right now.
Curling in the small town part of Manitoba is really big in the winter. It's something for the community to do, and it really brings the community together. We can hold annual events like our Bonspiels and our weekly nights. It's really something to do for everyone in the community. You can do it from any age.
Where can you find handmade delicious pizza, classic burgers, scrumptious salads, and the finest Manitoba-sourced pressure-cooked fried chicken? From small towns to big cities, with 38 locations, Chicken Chef is comfort food you can count on. We're your made-in-Manitoba chicken choice, and pizza choice, and salad choice, and so much more. Chicken Chef, bring your appetite. We'll take care of the rest.
When life gets busy, getting everything done can be tough. With PharmaSafe's mobile prescription service, order your prescriptions right from your phone so they're ready when you are. Download the PharmaSafe app today.
Live well with PharmaSafe.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the Scotties Women's Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Eat.
Meet.
Stay.
Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
You can win a pair of tickets for the 2023 Tim Hortons Briar in London or the 2023 BKT Tires and OK Tire Men's Worlds in Ottawa, plus $500. Or maybe equip your team with a set of 4 of Asham's new Ultra Force brushes. And at the same time, support the Manitoba Curling Hall of Fame and Museum and Curl Manitoba's Curling for Life Endowment Fund. Raffle tickets are available now. 1 for $5, 4 for $10, 10 for $20. Buy online at fundingchange.ca/Curl Manitoba or scan the QR code on your screen right now.